Aloha and welcome back to Tell Us More. I'm Neaulani.kuamoo-peck and this is my associate, Karen.schleif. Together we're with eXp Realty. So we are real estate agents here and we cover the whole island of Oahu, but our main focus is on the leeward side. And today's talk is part 2 about buying a home here in Hawaii. So let me have my associate take over from here. What's it like to buy your first home in Hawaii?
Well, I don't know about you, but if you're doing it for the first time, it can be extremely intimidating because you don't know who to call, who to trust. So like we said in our last video, the first person you call would be a professional real estate agent, Neaulani, and I. And what we're going to do is we'll lead you every step of the way. And it's very, very important that when you hire somebody to represent you, that they have your best interests at heart and not theirs. Because not all real estate agents are created equal. So today we're going to talk about how much is this going to cost me? How much money do I need to have in my savings? Or, and that's, I think, the #1 question. So why don't you go ahead and start with that, Neaulani?
Speaking about how much it'll cost, it's actually a lot cheaper than people think. Normally people think I need a 20% down payment, so that's a lot of thousands of dollars, it'll take me forever. But do you know there's actually 2 programs out there that has the ability to allow you to buy a house with absolutely no money down. All you'll be looking at is the closing costs. And there is some other, 2 other things that my associate will talk to you about as far as cost.
Well, out-of-pocket costs. #1, once you find a property that you like, that we have an accepted offer, one of the first costs you're going to have is a home inspection. It is an optional thing, but as professional agents, we really try not to make it optional because it's extremely important that you get a professional come into that home and look over everything for you. And that'll cost anywhere between I've had up to $800 depending how big the house is. And the second thing that could come out of your pocket, but not necessarily, is the appraisal. And that is required by the lender, and it will be scheduled also by the lender. But a lot of times that can be rolled back into the loan. However, we recommend as professionals that if you have the money, pay for it up front, pay cash, okay? Because what will happen is if you roll it back into that loan, you're going to be paying on that appraisal for 30 years, or however long you have that house. And so it runs in between about $700 to $850, like you said, depending how big the house is. Most about $750, I would say.
About that average price.
Right. And so that would be our recommendation. And also, Neaulani would like to talk to you, what other expenses are there that people who are buying their first home are concerned about?
Besides the home inspection and the appraisal, of course, the closing costs. How much is a closing cost? Closing cost is often a big challenge because you're thinking that too is thousands of dollars, but it's actually only 1.5% of whatever the purchase price is. So it's not that scary. And there are situations, most of the time they're seasonal, wouldn't you say?
Yes. To
where the lender will actually cover part of your closing costs. Sometimes they can cover all. It depends on what kind of loan program you're able to get.
Well, and also they can also roll it back into loan a lot of times, and because it can be quite expensive actually, 1.5%. It doesn't seem like it, but you're in Hawaii, we're talking like $450,000, $500,000 minimum, and so that's why getting a good lender that makes sure that they give you every perk they can give you is extremely important. So we'll always hook you up with the best professionals. As a matter of fact, we're scheduling some of them to do some of these videos with us, so stay tuned.
We'll have them on board. The last point to mention, and this is the best part of all, and that is that our services to you and our lenders that we use are perfectly free, totally free. So just give us a call, drop us a line, put your comments down below, and one last comment, tell us more about what you want to know. We're here for you. Aloha!
Don't move until
I'm trying to smile and I'm trying to think at the same time.